What is up YouTube? KM888 here, and I'm back here with a promised video of my Traptrix Mitsurugi variant. I posted the deck profile a couple of days ago with a general combo, and I am still tweaking the deck list. It isn't the easiest deck to put together, especially since I am doing it alone. It's kind of crazy. But it is coming together, and I am missing an important card for the deck list, and especially also for this combo, but I wanted to show you guys this line because it's kind of an anti-Nibiru line. It helps you play around it, and I just had to show you guys already because I am getting the questions and I wanted to just get into it. I'm gonna try and keep my camera still, but it's really hot in the neighborhood, so I have a blower right on me, and the camera is kind of wibbling because of it, but we'll see. But yeah, let's get into the deck profile, I guess, into the combo, I guess. So this kind of combo, I have talked about it. If you want to go anti-Nibiru lines, you have to go with 2 cards at the very least, and 2 starters. So I went with pre-prep now, and the Amino Habakiri at the moment. There are a lot of combinations of this because all of the Mitsurugi cards, when they're attributed, they can search other cards. So you can also search for the mirror and for the other ritual monster that you need in the combo, but you'll just get a little bit less of your back row at the end. And this was just the optimal way to show it. So yeah, first things first, let's start off with activating pre-preparation of rites. So you're going to add for Mitsurugi mirror, and you're going to add the Amino Murakumo no Mitsurugi. It doesn't really matter with which ritual you start up, because you can always search for the Habakiri as well with the pre-prep. So that's why it doesn't really matter which one you have. So yeah. Now you're going to use the Habakiri, and you're going to special summon the Saji, and you're going to tribute the Saji. Saji effect is going to activate, and we're going to go with the ritual. Activate the ritual spell to summon from hand, and we're going to dump the Night Sword Serpent and the Kusanagi. Of course. And we're going to summon the Habakiri. Right here, of course, the Night Sword Serpent and the Kusanagi are going to trigger, so Channeling 1 Kusanagi, Channeling 2 Serpent. I like to do it that way so they cannot bell the Kusanagi. The Night Sword Serpent is less important in that regard, so we're going to add the ritual back to your hand. And we are already going to activate it immediately as well. So ritual triggering the Habakiri, and we're going to summon a Futsu. Now, this wasn't in the original combo, but I added it because like the pre-prep gave so much more consistency to the deck, and the Futsu is just, like having this just means that you can go a lot further. Habakiri is going to trigger, so you get to special summon it by searching, and we're going to search for the prayers. Right here, of course, we are going to go Mitsurugi Mirror, and we are going to tribute our Futsu to summon the Murakumo. I am going to summon the Murakumo underneath the extra monster zone because I am going to need this zone later, and I am going to link this away. So it's really important that you summon this here if you have no other extension. If you have more extension, then it's preferable to summon this in like in any other zone basically than underneath an extra monster zone. So yeah. But we're going to summon the Murakumo, and now we're going to use Futsu, special summoning it back, and we are going to search for the trap card, the Great Purification. Now, this is where we are going to go with our anti-Nip line. We have already summoned like 6 or 7 times, I know, but normally the opponent is going to wait for your further plays, and what we can do, we can go overlay underneath the extra monster zone once again. And we are going to summon the only card that I don't have of this deck. The what's its name? The Photon Lord. The rank 8. Number 90 Galaxy Ice Photon Lord. I sold mine like a couple months ago when it was expensive, and now I don't have any more. So I really have to order one again, I guess, to do these videos. But yeah. This card is Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. I will put a link down in the description to the card. I guess you all know it. You can just look it up as well. Number 90, Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. It is a monster effect negation, which means that if the opponent Nibirus you, you can just negate it. If they Nibiru you before this, you still get your Murakumo effect to search and special summon it again. So it would be weird that they try to use it, especially since you also have the prayers, you have the Great Purification. It are things that they're making it hard on themselves if they would have Nibiru. So yeah, and now that you have the Photon Lord, like, you're kind of free to play. So we're gonna go prayers, going to tribute to Murakumo, going to search for a Aramasa, and we're going to pay 800 to special summon the card. Right here, Chainlink 1 Murakumo, Chainlink 2 Aramasa, and we're going to search for a Habakiri. And for the Murakumo, we're going to search for a second prayer as follow-up and special summon the card. As you all know from the previous combo, now we're kind of smooth sailing for a while. And we're going to summon the Traptrix Pinguicula. Yay, Traptrix combo, use the effect. We're going to detach. We're going to search for Myrmelio. Right here, link away the Pinguicula, and we're going to summon the Serra. Now for this, because you cannot really see it, I'm going to pull down the mat a little bit. There we go. That should be a lot more visible then. And really fun, we haven't normal summoned yet. So normal summon Myrmelio, use the effect, and we're going to search for Gravedigger Strap Hole. I do think Gravedigger Strap Hole is definitely the best Trap Hole at the moment. Just negating hands and grave effects comes up every game against every deck. Like, even if you go up against Flu on the Reese, there are monsters triggering the banish zone, and Gravedigger Strap Hole can also negate that, which is actually kind of fun. And if you can go for Flesia before summon 5, having multiple Gravedigger Strap Hole in the deck is actually the only thing that you want. So I'm only playing 2 Gravediggers at the moment and 1 Holotea. It's definitely enough, and it lowers your chances to brick, so yeah. Having searched from Myrmelio, the Serra will trigger, and we're going to set our Holotea. Use the Holotea by discarding the Gravediggers. Special summon it, and this is going to trigger the second effect of Serra, special summoning the Dionea. Our field is getting full, so we have to do something about that. Using Dionea effect, setting the Gravedigger Trap Hole. This is the first spell and trap that we are going to have on the end board. We could already set like the Purification and the Prayers as well, because those are as well negates for the end board, but we're going to search for one more trap during the combo, so we want to keep that information secret. Use Serra and Dionea, and we're going to summon the Aromaseraphy Jasmine. Now, this is basically the reason also why you want to summon Murakumo here, because if you summon like these two, if you summon them in the outward zones, you're kind of screwing yourself over with the placing. But in general, like, you should be fine. Summon Rika Queen Strenna and use Strenna effect, detaching, to get back that Dionea. This is important because we are going to need a insect, plant, or reptile in our hand for later. And right here, using the Jasmine to get our Ragnarika combo going. So we're going to special out our Evil Seed. Chainlink 1, Evil Seed to search. Chainlink 2, Strenna to summon from the extra deck and put this underneath. So we are getting a Sacred 3-Beast Hyperiton. Really fun to have this on the board. This is another monster negate. If you happen to activate a spell card during your turn now, you can actually attach it to the Hyperiton and have a spell negate instead. But because we are only on the 2-card combo, it is kind of hard to do that right here, because we've already used our prayers and we're not gonna get any other spell cards. Unless if we would use our Evil Seed to get to the Ragnarika spell. But I don't think that's actually a good idea, because you're going minus off of it. So yeah. And then for the searches of the Evil Seed, we're going to search for Wicked Butterfly and Samurai Beetle. And the card we're going to banish for its effect is our leftover Habakiri. You don't care about that card, and it's great that it's having another use for it instead of being stuck in a hand. Right here, of course, we are going to summon our Samurai Beetle, putting back the Habakiri to the bottom of the deck. And then we are going to link summon for the Ragnarika Link 2. Now, the difference between this combo and the earlier one right now, because we have summoned our Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, which is a warrior, we cannot use any effect of the Skeletal Soldier. So we cannot use its Reborn effect for any Ragnarika, and we cannot use its Reborn effect in the graveyard for itself. This is the only Ragnarika that has a clause that says during the entire turn, instead of after this card has been activated, which is crazy. I don't know why they did that even. Like, the cards aren't that great, but like, this has an even steeper restriction than the other ones, which is just mind-boggling. But, of course, since we cannot use its revive effect immediately, like, we cannot use it at all, we can use the Samurai Beetles effect in the graveyard. And we are going to summon any of our reptiles or insects or plants. And I do believe that its effect isn't negated. Let's see. Yeah, we just summon it in defense position. So we are going to summon our Traptrix Mitsu. I am doing this because I can show you now that if you're going second, you can use Myrmelio's effect right here to pop a spell or trap. It is a thing that could come up, like random spell or trap that are on the field, and you, like, popping them just gives you more, gives you a better plan for next turn. But in general, like, Myrmelio can be summoned right here. Then we are going to link away our Jasmine and our Link to Ragnarika, and we're going to summon our Bengal Lancer. Bengal Lancer, of course, amazing card. We all know that. Right here, I am going to go and I'm going to link away our Myrmelio with our Murakumo. Now, linking away the Murakumo isn't that great of a tragedy because we have prayers to summon it back next turn. We also have the Great Purification, so if this gets to the graveyard, we can still special summon it back. We have multiple ways, so it isn't really a tragedy. We also have the Futsu underneath the Galaxy Lord to revive back, which means we can also special summon that back if we use the Galaxy Lord. There are contingencies for it, so that's actually really nice. And we are going to summon the Lizardos. Now, Lizardos might seem like a weird card in this, like in this particular part of the combo, but it's just a link 2 that we can go into, and it gives us another draw. So we're going to use Lizardos effect, and we're going to banish any of our reptiles. It doesn't even matter. I am going to banish the Aramasa, because with Kusanagi we can get anything back even from the banish zone, so that's always a thing. And then because we banish a reptile, we get to draw a card. I am going to put our drawn cards a little bit like this, I guess. It can be anything from the deck, probably a hand trap, hopefully. But yeah. Use Wicked Butterflies effect, so we can discard it, and we're going to special summon our Dionea. Right here we don't get any effects, of course, but what we can do is we can go and link summon into the Ragnarika Link 3, the Mantis Monk. Now, Mantis Monk, of course, we can banish two of our insect, plants, or reptiles and search for the Ragnarika trap. So we are going to banish our Wicked Butterfly, really important that we banish that one specifically, and we're going to banish the Night Sword Serpent. We are not going to use that card anyways. And we're going to search for our Hunting Dance. Wicked Butterfly is going to trigger right here, so that means in the end phase, for every plant, insect, or reptile that we control, we can draw one card for each different typing. So if we control a plant and an insect, we get to draw 2. If we control an additional reptile, we get to draw 3, and so on and so on. You all know the deal by now. We're almost there. Using the Bengal Lancer and the Mantis Monk, we are, of course, going to make our stack Sovereign, and then we are going to resummon our Bengal Lancer by banishing 2 Link 2s. We are going to banish the Lizardos and the Jasmine. I am keeping the Link 2 Ragnarika in there because it's better follow-up. So right here is our end board. We can set all 3 of these, which means we have Purification, we have Prayers, we have Hunting Dance. We have our Photon Lord. We have a double pop in the Sovereign. We have a bounce with the Bengal Lancer, a monster negate with the Hyperiton. All really fine. We have a drawn card on top of the 3 other cards that we already had in our hand, which means we had 4. And now during the end phase, our Wicked Butterflies effect is still going to go off. We have a plant, we have an insect, which means we are going to draw 2 more cards. So you have 6 cards in your end phase, which is just amazing. With 6 cards, there's so much potential for having non-engine that on top of all of this, you have non-engine, which is really, really important. And then, hidden, of course, we still have our Traptrix Holotea in the graveyard to special summon either Pinguicula for the cheeky little attaching, or to summon our Mermelio back to just pop a spell or trap card once again. We have 2 spaces on the board. We have prayers to summon back our Mirakumo. We can do anything that we want from here, and that's actually really great. That's it for the combo. It was kind of Anti-Nibiru. I hope you guys liked it. I'm going to try and post another one where you make Rafflesia first before anything, but I have to build the combo a little bit better still, so yeah. Hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao!